I love God of War. It is such a fun game. Today, I wanted to make a list on my top 10 favorite armor sets in the game. Now, this list is going to be based off of personal preference and the armor sets that I think look the best. So it's not going to contain the ones that have the best stats or the strongest abilities, but rather the ones that I think have the best designs and the ones that look the most aesthetically pleasing. Now, this list is going to contain spoilers for the Valhalla DLC, so if you haven't completed that, go ahead and do it. And without further ado, let's go see what my pick for the number 10 spot is. Number 10, the Steinbjorn set. Now this armor set looks indestructible. I love how the entire outfit is pretty much made of stone, giving it that tough, rugged look. The description reads, armor crafted from slumber stones. It offers excellent protection from sharp blades and blunt objects. I really like how the shoulder guards look nice and bulky, making Kratos look as tough as a stone ancient. The gray coloration looks really nice and the gold accents blend really well with it. I also like how there's a diamond pattern in the midsection, and it makes the armor look really complete. The only nitpick that I have about this set is that the waist guard looks rather plain, almost identical to the one that we get when we first start the game, so it would be cool if the waist guard had a little bit of gray coloration to it to match the rest of the set. But overall, this armor set looks really nice and deserving of the number 10 spot on my list. Number 9, Soror's Scorched Set. Now this armor set has a wide range of colors, from your grays to your golds to your browns to your reds, and it actually looks really nice. Usually if you have an armor set with a whole bunch of colors, it looks out of place and messy, but this set does a really good job on blending them all together. Now the description reads, heavily fortified armor, said to be worthy of Soror himself, and it really does look like it's fireproof. It looks like Kratos can jump into the lava of Muspelheim and come out still in one piece. The shoulder guards and the breastplate look really nice, as well as the red lining on the collar. Now, the only nitpick I have about this set is that I wish it had a little bit of lava to it, similar to how the Undying Press shoulder guard looks. But this still looks really nice, and probably armor Surtur would wear as well, and we know how powerful that fire giant is. So, Surtur's Scorched set is on number 9 on my list. Number 8, the Dragonscale set. This armor looks so menacing, like Kratos killed a dragon, picked up all its pieces, gave it to Brock and Sindri for them to create this masterful piece of armor. Now, the description reads, armor crafted from the most valuable parts of dragons, drakes, and drekki. Its creation is truly unique, as no one is known to have slain enough dragons to build it. That is such a flex because it shows you how legendary of a warrior Kratos is, wearing armor sets that no one has because he's the only one strong enough to acquire the pieces to build it. The orange scales on the shoulder guards look really nice, as well as the pointy spiky bits on the belt, gauntlets, and girdle. This armor set is one of the most unique ones because it has that dragonish look that no other armor set has, making it stand out from the rest. I wouldn't make any changes to this armor. It looks perfect the way it is. However, it is not my favorite, but it's definitely worthy of the number 8 spot on my list. Number 7, the Guiding Light set, also known as Tyr's armor in the previous game. This armor looks just as good as it did in God of War 2018. I love how the blue and gold coloration works so well together. The description states, armor found scattered across the Lake of Nine. It was crafted from treasures brought to the realm to honor Tyr. Increases the user's luck. Now, what I like most about this armor set is the golden wolves on the breastplate. Now, according to the God of War wiki, the wolves on the armor are presumably in reference to Fenrir and Garm. In the myth, Tyr sacrifices his hand to bind Fenrir. In Ragnarok, Tyr dies in a mutual kill with Garm. Either that, or the wolves could be a reference to Skoll and Hati, the celestial wolves that chase the sun and the moon, as Mimir commented that the gods seem to like them well enough to cover a massive part of his wall in their imagery. That story alone is so unique and really brings out the light in the armor, as the name suggests, guiding light. The blue and the gold work so well together, as well as the red accents on the breastplate too. And to make it even better, once you reach Valhalla and you fight against Tyr for the second or third time, he's actually wearing his armor set. So it's not just the name of Tyr's armor, he's actually wearing his own armor, which I thought was so cool. Amazing colors, great story, awesome armor, definitely deserving of the number 7 spot. Number 6, Lunda's Lost Set. This armor holds a really special place in my heart because of how sweet and friendly of a character Lunda is. And for everyone that's played the game, they know after many interactions of how much of a positive person she is. The description reads, one of Lunda's finest works, crafted long ago and fallen into disrepair. It is now returned to its former glory. Now, this was the main armor that I used through my playthrough of the game, and I have to say, it was very effective. Like, all the stats were good, my fights with enemies were a lot easier because of how useful the armor was. The red and silver coloration look amazing, as well as the little symbol on Kratos' shoulders. I think that's a runic symbol, and I was not able to translate it, so if anybody knows the actual meaning of the symbol, you could put it in the comments so I could figure out what it is. Another unique feature of the armor is that it possesses poison powers, and I think that's very fitting because it's crafted in Vanaheim, and we all know how annoying those poisonous plants are when we're traversing through the realms, and it just keeps shooting poison at us. So I think it's really awesome how Lunda was able to harness that power and place it into the armor. And I believe it's if you parry or block an enemy's attack, you have a chance of inflicting poison onto them, which is really cool. The colors look nice. The character behind the armor is awesome, and I think it's worthy of the number 6 spot. Number 5, Raven Tears Set. Now just the name alone sounds so magical. Raven Tears. Like Odin's ravens are crying because I killed all of them. The description reads, heavily fortified armor that is said to be stronger than the hardened ice of Niflheim. What I really like about this set is the animated portion of it. The shoulder guards and the gauntlets have this bluish glow, almost like the ice of Niflheim is flowing through the armor, which looks so awesome. I also like how the back and the breastplate have this feathery look to it, almost like it's raven feathers, which is fitting for the name as well. And just looking at the shoulder guards, oh my god, the animation looks so sleek. The ice of Niflheim flowing throughout the armor. Now this is also an armor set I used through my playthrough, along with the Lunda set, because it has really good stats as well, so it was helpful when I was fighting enemies and even berserkers. So for those of you who don't know, to acquire this armor, you have to shoot down enough of Odin's spectral ravens flying across the 9 realms, and once you do that, you could travel back to Niflheim, where you open up a chest containing this magical piece of armor. It looks great, has awesome stats to back it up, and the dark blue and dark gray coloration looks so crisp. Definitely deserving of the number 5 spot on my list. Number 4, the Berserker Set. This armor set looks so marvelous. Now you have a lot of things going on and a lot of little design details, but this armor does a fantastic job of blending it all together, similar to how the Soror set blended everything together really well. The description says, armor crafted in the spirit of the Berserker souls who fought for their king in both life and death. That is very poetic. I think it's awesome how we get this armor by defeating specific berserkers, and they were actually very formidable bosses, very similar to the Valkyries in the previous game. I love the glowing green parts of the armor, on the sleeves, the gauntlets, and a little bit on the belt. It reminds me of the deadly mist armor that we got in the previous game. The spikes on the breastplate, belt, and shoulders look awesome as well. Now I was debating whether or not to put the Flawless Berserker set on here, but in my opinion, I think it's a bit too flashy. Like there's just way too much glow going on around it. It looks like Kratos is about to attend a rave rather than marching onto the battlefield. So in my opinion, the regular Berserker set looks a lot better. Like I'm a big fan of glowing armors, it looks awesome, but this one seems a bit overdone. Anyways, in my opinion, the regular Berserker set looks better than the Flawless version. Great patterns, great design, and overall an awesome armor to have for post-game, as it has one of the highest overall stats in case you have any boss fights you haven't beaten or you have to just do some side quests. Very, very well deserving of my number 4 spot. Number 3, the Black Bear set. Oh man, I've been waiting to talk about this one. It's the armor set that we see in the cover art of the game, and it looks glorious. Now the description reads, armor crafted from the remains of a formidable meal. And what makes this set so unique that it's not a cuirass or a placard, it's a cloak, something that we've never had in any of the God of War games. And might I say, it looks so warm and comfortable, like Kratos can survive the entirety of Fimbulwinter just by wearing this toasty hide. I also love how the waistguard and gauntlets have this leathery look to it, making it really complete. One weird thing I noticed that is if you change the waistguard, the cloak changes color as well. Like I had this bluish waistguard equipped and then my cloak changed to this grayish color, which is really strange. But my favorite is when you equip this green waistguard and the cloak turns into this mossy green color, almost like Kratos is wearing a ghillie suit. I love the Black Bear set. It's so unique, looks incredible, and definitely worthy of the number 3 spot on my list. Number 2, Nidavelir's finest set. Holy, the dwarves outdid themselves with this armor piece. It looks fantastic. The description goes, traditional dwarven armor built with Nidavellir or acquired from the mining rigs in Svartalfheim's Bay of Bounty. The craftsmanship is unparalleled and increases the wearer's vitality. This armor set makes Kratos look like an absolute king. The gold, the nice patterns, the squiggly lines on the chest piece, all of it look amazing. This armor is just so beautifully crafted and looks like something only the wealthiest of kings would wear. And of course, our man Kratos rocks it perfectly. This armor is perfection in my opinion. Everything about it is great. The colors, the design, the look. But there is only one armor set that I like even more than this one. Number 1, Flawless Airy Set. This armor set looks exquisite. The red coloration along with the gold looks so perfect. The description says, armor forged in the raging fashion of the Greek god of war. And this design is perfect. From the dark brown chainmail to the gold patterns to the cats to the skulls. And to top it all off, it has a really nice animated bit. If you take a close look at the cuirass, there's an animated portion where it looks like there's blood flowing through the armor. This nice dark red glow to the armor, as well as on the shoulders, you could see the eyes of the skull are glowing as well. This armor is the reason why I wanted to make the list, because it just looks so amazing, and I want to list off all the other armor sets that I think look great. And this one definitely takes the cake. If you enjoyed my video, make sure to drop a like. Please leave it in comments to say which armor set is your favorite, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.